Bogans Breakdown.
Bam. All right, so welcome back. Episode 3 of Bogans Breakdown featuring the one and only Keith Bogans. And to use his own words, it does not look like Dallas has done their job, and it looks like the series has officially begun, hasn't it, Keith?
Yeah, looks like my saying. Series start once the home team loses. Dallas lost tonight. It's gonna be tough for them now. They're down 3-0. They got another game at home. See how they respond, but it's gonna be hard for them to come back from 3 games behind. It's those numbers are almost almost impossible.
It's pretty hard. It hasn't been done many times. In fact, has it ever been done in the NBA Finals? A team come back 3-0?
3-0? Nah, I don't think so. Not in winning. Not in the finals. I think.
Have they ever made it to a Game 7 down 3-0?
I'm not sure. We're going to have to look that up, but I know that being down 3-0 in the finals, it's going to be tough.
No team has ever come back. I have just fact-checked. No team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. The all-time record is 0-150.
Wow. Yeah. Chances looking slim to none.
Best of 7 series all-time.
Right. Nobody's
in NBA playoffs, it looks like.
Nobody's coming back.
Nobody comes back. Now, it did happen in Boston once in baseball.
No, baseball. That's a different game.
I think it happened in hockey one time as well.
Just never in basketball.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, that's tough.
So, Dallas lost their home team advantage. Now they got to win 4 in a row.
Must win.
Must win. Every game's a must win. We talked about what it's like being a visitor in Boston. We talked about what it's like playing in Boston. Now they're in Dallas. What was it like visiting in Dallas?
Oh, great city. The arena sits right down in the middle of downtown, almost walking distance from the hotel. Great restaurants, great weather. I mean, Dallas is a nice city. One of my favorite cities.
Very clean too.
Very clean, very clean.
The grass is green.
Grass is
it's green, right?
Super green. Like I said, it's very clean, like clean and green, like you said. Super clean city.
It's very nice.
People are nice. That down south, that southern hospitality down in Texas. So great people down in Dallas.
Yeah, and they got a new stadium on the way or new arena on the way.
Yeah, I was trying to figure, is it going to be downtown or are they going to move it?
I'm not sure. I think it's staying downtown.
Yeah, well, I hope it stays downtown.
Yeah, I mean the other option would be out in Arlington. I would imagine.
That's too far.
But what I will say though is, just coming back from Philly in April for WrestleMania. Philly's pretty cool because they got it all right in one spot.
Oh, it's a sports complex.
And granted, it is kind of still downtown, too, though. So that's the cherry on top of it a little bit, right? But you got the whole thing
I think Philly has probably the best setup for all the sports, being in one area right there. You don't have to go this side of town, that side of town. Everything is right there, central location.
So I could see that, and because, they got the baseball stadium and they got the football stadium right there.
Right.
And so... it's probably not going there, but it would be cool, But at the same time, too, downtown, the arena that they're at now, like you said, beautiful building. I've been there many times. That outdoor facade is it actually reminds you of an old school arena.
Absolutely.
But it's new.
Absolutely. You walk inside, everything's new, up to date. One of my favorite arenas to play in. I mean, great arena.
Do you accredit that to Mark Cuban?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's known. I mean, he's had the reputation since he became an owner, and I've been in the league as he goes all out for his team. He goes over the top, from the airplane to the locker room. Showers, the bathroom stalls, everything is. He started the trend. He definitely started.
He kind of set the pace for other owners.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, your team. Like I heard Steven Jackson and them talking about this, and and it was true when he said it. You go to their arena, and you just like, damn, our arena looks nothing like this. I mean, everything is over the top. everything. I mean,
For the visitor team, too?
Oh, they take care of the visiting team. It's great organization. I have nothing.
Now, do they do a little bit better on the home side, though? Are the amenities a little bit better on the other side?
Of course,
right?
Of course. If they taking care of the visitors, then, the home, you getting even better treatment at home. But they make sure, I mean, everything in Dallas, A1. They take care of the visiting team.
Well, and there was actually, he just, with the new arena that they're building, he got in some new partners there, so sold a little bit out there. But, Dallas, awesome city. Love me some Dallas, but just don't want them to win. Now, like I said at the end of the episode, I want a 5-game series, so, it got real close there at the end for the Celtics, and this was actually 2 games in a row where they almost let Dallas back in the last couple of minutes, but then the rally gets snuffed.
Yeah, I think tonight's game, the third quarter, I think the Celtics outscored Dallas 35-19. And the start of that third quarter, I remember, coming out of the locker room, anytime you're on the team, the first 5 minutes of that third quarter is probably going to predict the outcome of that game. And it looked like Boston came right out and just jumped. I mean, it was close at halftime, neck and neck, but it's like Boston came out and they made that push right in that first 5 minutes of the third quarter, and that is the time where you got to come out and probably be just as locked in as you is at the first quarter, because that third quarter, you passed the halfway point.
Yeah, and Dallas got smoked, 35-19, like you mentioned.
Yep.
And they outscored Boston in the fourth quarter, 29-21.
The fourth wasn't. It's 2 things that I noticed watching that game. It was the third quarter, and then at the end of the game, I always look at the stat sheet, and I looked at the assists. And like I said, last episode, Dallas was going to have to move that basketball. And, and you look at it, I think it's 26-15, so it's almost, they doubled them in assists. So once I saw that, kind of told me they're playing one-on-one basketball again, same. And you're not going to beat Boston playing one-on-one basketball.
No, and you had the 2-headed monster, the Bogans draft picks, as I like to call them.
60, what they get, 61?
Yeah, 61. First time in Celtics duo to ever do that.
Well, you got to stop. You can't let both of those guys. I just said, if you let both of those guys go in the same night, you're probably going to lose. And that's what happened tonight. You got both superstars. I call them the big guns. One gets 30, one gets 31. And, you don't defend, and it's going to be hard. If those 2 players are going to get their numbers and the role players still get theirs too, then you're not going to be able to beat Boston. And it showed tonight.
And they were without Porzingis.
Yeah, I thought, he would probably play, but of course he didn't, as we all saw.
I think Boston fans were expecting a Kurt Schilling moment. I got many text messages today about it.
Hey, I thought he would actually play, but hey, he didn't. His teammates stepped up to the plate, and I'm pretty sure he'll probably play in Game 4 because he'll be rested. But when a guy goes down in that situation, your teammates step up to the plate, and I think, once again, Boston showed why they're in the finals and why they've been a great team in the East all year. I mean, somebody's going to pick up and play and pick up where someone else left off. They do it all the time.
Now, we got to talk about Luka. What? I mean, he killed it for the first half, and he fouled out. He fouled out with 4 minutes left while they were closing the gap. We saw the third quarter.
Right.
They got smoked, right?
Right.
They bring it back within 3. We had just finished, I think, the last episode. We look at the score. Check the tape. You say, not looking good. You got a score?
Oh, yeah, definitely got a score. Not looking good.
Not looking good for who?
For Dallas.
Oh, for Dallas.
It's not looking good.
This is breaking news for me right now. I guess, wow.
Yeah, not looking good. Looking good for you guys. Right.
It's looking bad for Dallas, right? We flip back on, it's within 3.
Within 3.
And Luka gets fouled out with the last 4 minutes left.
I got 2 things to say, man. He's such a great player offensively. Luka's one of the best, players on the offensive end. If, coming down the stretch of the game, he has to be on the floor. So with him picking up that 6th foul, if I'm Luka's teammate, I'm taking the foul. I mean, I would run across the court and foul because he's more important on the offensive end than he is on the defensive end. So if Luka was my teammate, I would have basically asked him, what the fuck are you doing even attempting to play defense? You would have taken the bullet. Oh, but I mean, I would always tell him, we need him. You're more valuable to us on this end of the floor. You're not really known to play defense now, so why are you trying to take a charge?
Right.
Yeah, 5 fouls, 4th quarter. I mean, that's when you got to think the game. Like, we need you on the floor. So I wouldn't have cared if he took a swipe at the ball and let him go. But him picking up that foul, I mean, Dallas can't go long stretches without him on the floor is what I see, because he's such a major part of the offense. When he's off the floor for that long, I'm just focusing on Kyrie. Makes the defense job 10 times easier. And 4 minutes, I mean, he's known to make big buckets. They get the game all the way back. You got Luka in the game in those final 4 minutes. I think it's 2-1 right now. But, when he fouls out, I mean, he's like, he means so much to that team on the offensive end. I mean, I would have recommended for him, like, not even to reach. And you got 5. I don't care. You can play ghost basketball on one end, but we need you on this end, on the offensive end.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy if you think about it, actually.
Right.
Kyrie, 35 points. He did his job.
Kyrie came, he played. He just, he needed that extra push, like I said, in that last 4 minutes from Luka. I mean, he was making shots, tough shots. Kyrie plays well. I mean, he's going to play hard each and every night, but he playing a team like Boston. If you get that final push in those last 4 minutes from your backup, your other superstar, then, like I said, we probably got a different outcome.
If you're Jayson Kidd, what are you telling the team tonight?
Oh man, isn't much you can say right at this point. I mean, it's the guys got to go in. You got to regroup. You got to tell. You got to leave it all on the line the next game. I mean, it's either you lose, you go home. It's no other option. So if you want to keep your season alive and not, nobody wants to get swept. I mean, just being swept in the finals, I don't think anybody in Dallas locker room, wants to even think about that feeling. So I'm pretty sure those guys are, probably out at dinner right now, and the best thing, you down 3-0, is you better stick together as a team. So if I'm Dallas, I'm out. We got to go get something to eat together, fellas. This is it. We got to chop it up, talk, and get ready to get back to work. Get in the gym, watch some film. We got another game to play because it's not over. But
not that I'm trying to give advice to the Dallas Mavericks by any means, but if I could give them any advice, study the 2004 Boston Red Sox, because
everything's Boston with you, bro.
Well, I mean,
everything's Boston.
There's a lot of life experience there. So through the sports there, right? There's so many trials and tribulations and, peaks and valleys. But when it comes to being down 0-3, they had a rallying cry. You know what that rallying cry was? Why not us? Why not us? Right? Nobody's ever done it. Why not us?
Why not us?
Right? So if I'm Dallas, that's what I'm saying. Hey, you know what, guys? Why not us?
Why not us?
Nobody's ever done it in the NBA.
You got to give
Why don't we be the first freaking team to come back 0-3?
What other option do you have than the rally cry? I mean, you down 3-0. You're at home. You can't you got to at least win one. You can't get swept in the final. I don't think Dallas. My prediction, I don't think they're gonna get swept. They're gonna win at least one game, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to come back from down 3.
It's gonna be tough. I think Boston's just too on fire right now. I want a game 5.
They're clicking on all
I
cylinders
just
right
don't
now.
think it's going to happen.
They're
not
playing
gonna
on
slow
both
down.
ends of the floor. I think they can smell blood right now.
They smell it.
Definitely smell blood right now. Even if, like I said, Dallas wins this next game, you got to go back to Boston and you get your game 5 like you talking about. You'll probably get your game 5, but I think Dallas is. I think they're gonna fight and win this next one because that's all they got. They gotta come out and win one game.
Now, on the contrary, what would you be telling the Celtics locker room?
Oh, we got to close this thing out. I mean, if you on that end and you up, I would say we smell blood and we gotta finish them. I mean, they down. We got to try to put them down all the way down. So you don't take your foot off the pedal. Not in the finals. Not. I mean, if you got a 3-game lead, if I'm there, I want the sweep. If I'm Boston, I definitely want the sweep. I definitely want it. If I can do it in 4, I mean, I don't care where we party at. We can party in Dallas. We can party back in Boston. If I can sweep in 4, I mean, that's the whole point of this is to win. So.
Yeah. So there's no preferred timeline. It's
no.
Get your championship.
Get your championship. The sooner the better.
Well, we got to mention today the NBA lost a legend in Jerry West, who was responsible for the NBA logo. That's Jerry West right there. So, you got any Jerry West stories?
Yeah, I got Jerry on some socks right now.
You got Jerry on some socks, right?
I got Jerry on my socks right now,
Oh.
man. The logo, man. We lost the logo, man, today, man. Sorry I had to kick. I was looking for something with the logo on, but I got Jerry here, man. Lost a great figure in the game. Every time you put that jersey on and you put that logo on, you got to see Jerry. I mean, I've worked out. I had the opportunity. I think he was in Memphis when I was, getting ready for the draft. And I remember having conversations with him, and you would see him at games, and I mean, he knew everybody that played basketball. I mean, he's one of those guys that I've knew my whole NBA career, and my condolences go out. But we lost a great figure that did a lot for this game. I mean, we wear his logo. I mean, guys out playing in the finals right now still. I wore it. Guys are still wearing it. I mean, I think it'll be around for a while.
Yeah, you think they'll ever change it?
Oh no, that's not the discussion to have right now, man. I think they're gonna keep it. I think they'll keep it for now. It's been around me
forever.
When you see that logo, you know it's NBA. I don't care where you see it. I mean, you know who it is and you know what it means. So.
And great opponent to the Celtics too.
Oh, great opponent. Probably would never admit nothing good about the Celtics.
No,
but.
There's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people like that. Some of them are in Detroit.
Yeah, some of them. Some of them are.
So, any other thoughts on Game 3?
No, just once again, I got to give Boston their props. They went to a tough environment. They took care of business. Dallas didn't, hold the home court like I thought. Didn't do their job like I thought. Like I thought they would. And like I said, Boston's playing great basketball right now. I mean, they're playing team basketball. Finals championship basketball. So they one game away, and if they continue to play like they did tonight, Dallas makes runs. They run right back. They get the game close. They never panic. They make big plays. I mean, that's what a championship team does, and Boston's a hungrier team right now.
So, Game 1, 107-98.
Right.
Game 2, 105-98. Mm-hmm. Game 3, 106-99.
Right.
What's your score prediction for Game 4?
Oh, man.
Seems like these scores have been, it's almost like a pattern here. It's almost
I'll tell you another thing about the NBA. If you can't score 100 points, then you're probably not going to win. If you can hold the team as high as these scores are, if you look back throughout the season, scores are so high. These teams now, they score a lot of points. So if you just said the score for the first 3 games, Dallas didn't touch 100.
You're right.
So keep that in mind. If a team can't get 100 points with most of these other teams, I mean, all the teams in the NBA, I mean, most teams scoring, 120?
If you don't get 100 points in a game, you feel like that's a bad day at the office.
You're not going to win. You're not scoring enough points. it used to be defensive field goal percentage. Now it seems like I'm going to outscore you. Like when I play, you know, you hold a team to this, we're probably going to win. Now I don't hear much. You don't hear much about, you know, the defensive field goal percentage. Certain coaches do, but now you look at the score. It's I'm going to outscore you. And it's just back and forth. And Dallas is a scoring team, and they can't get over 100 points. So that's telling me that Boston's playing great defense, and Dallas isn't scoring the ball like they normally do.
Boston's holding them down.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll see what happens. We got one more game to go.
One
Friday.
One more. I mean, I don't
well,
want.
Maybe more.
I know you want Game 5. I mean, I'm hoping for Game 5 because I don't want to see Dallas get swept. But I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
We'll see. You know, R.I.P. Jerry West, Mr. Logo Man.
R.I.P. Jerry West.
You know, always be. You know, we'll see him everywhere.
All the time.
And one of my favorite players in 2K because he whoops that ass.
2K.
He whoops that ass.
Nice.
So, all right, we'll be back with the next episode, episode 4. We'll put some topics out there, figure out what those are going to be for our next episode. Well, it would actually be Game 4 because that's what we got next on the agenda here. So,
right, and if you guys got any topics or, you know, any questions, ask. What's the hashtag, Drew?
Hashtag Ask Bogey.
Hashtag Ask Bogey. We looking for, you know, topics to discuss. Y'all got any questions or y'all want to, you know, add on to anything that we talked about, you know, chime in, send in your questions, comments, let us know.
Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube as well. Make sure to smash the like button, as some of your favorite YouTube creators like to say, and share. Don't forget to share too. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.